Welcome to the Elevated Chat Room. My name is Dwayne Malone. Right here to my left, I have your host, Mr. Lonzo Jones. Tonight we have very special guests with us. We're super excited about tonight's episode. Lonzo, if you want to go ahead and take over, let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Elevated Chat Room. Elevate your mind. Elevate your life. Man, we got some special guests with us tonight. They over here smiling hard too, man. They ready. They locked and loaded. They gonna bring a lot of energy tonight. We got Molly Catherine. She's the match support specialist over at the Aim High mentoring program. And we also have Miss Kelsey. She's the coordinator at the program.
Yeah.
And before I let them introduce themselves in more detail, let me tell you what the topic is.
Let's go.
Topic for tonight is building bridges, connecting mentors and kids. You ladies, introduce yourself in more detail.
Okay, so I'm Molly Catherine Cooper. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. I came up to Florence, the Shoals area, for college. I went to University of North Alabama, graduated in May 2023. I'm now a graduate student working on my master's.
Sweet.
My undergrad was in sociology. Now I'm getting my master's in family community services.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Kelsey.
Hey guys, I'm Kelsey Weaver. I am from Sheffield, Alabama. I actually graduated from Sheffield High School in 2017, and I just kind of hung around after college. I went to the University of North Alabama, and I graduated with a undergrad in sociology in 2021, and I got my master's in family and community services in 2022, and then I came back to Sheffield and coached cheer, and now I'm the coordinator.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Homegrown.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
And Molly Catherine, what did you say you was from?
I'm from Birmingham.
What part of Birmingham you from?
I went to Homewood High School.
Homewood, okay. And what year you graduated?
2019.
2019. If I'm not mistaken, my high school, Hillcrest, we played y'all in basketball, I think in the championship, or it was deep in the playoffs.
Yes.
It was back in I want to say like 2008.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, just making that connection right there. So Aim High, the Aim High mentoring program. That's what you ladies are involved in.
Yes.
What made y'all, go this route? How did you end up here?
So like I said, I went to Sheffield High School, and I was actually a mentor in the program from my freshman year all the way through college. So it's something that has always been really close to my heart. And then when I was in college, our old coordinator, Miss Teresa Tucker, actually reached out to me and asked if I would just want to come on for a few hours and do the social media. And then I got involved and fell in love all over again. And then I just became her assistant, and it just kind of kept going from there.
Oh, that sounds good. What about you?
So my last year of undergrad, I had to do my internship, and I had no idea where I was going to do it at. And then Kelsey was actually the graduate assistant, and my advisor was like, you need to talk to Kelsey and get with her program. So I actually was the intern for the Aim High mentoring program. And then Kelsey had the opportunity to move up to the coordinator position. And so then I was like, oh, somebody has to fill Kelsey's spot. So I interviewed, and here we are today.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you guys have a heart. I'm assuming this is what age group? Before I assume, what age group you ladies deal with at your program?
So we have mentees from 1st through 8th grade, and then the high schoolers are the mentors.
Oh,
so all the way through every school.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So let me just get into this question then. How does the Aim High mentoring program support its mission and vision?
Yeah, so our vision for the program is to make sure that the kids reach their full potential. When they are referred to our program, it can be for a variety of different things, whether it's just needing help with academics or, self-esteem, building social skills, things like that. And so when we interview them, we kind of get an assessment of what exactly they need.
Mm-hmm.
And we are able to find a mentor that we feel could best support that goal. And when we make a match, we have to do roughly 3 to 5 goals, and we make sure that the mentor is prepared and they have that initiative to go in and work on the specific things that each child needs help with.
That's pretty good. So is it one-on-one mentoring?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you guys do things like outside of your own facility? Is it, they do home things, go out in the community, or is it all at the facility?
It is all in the school system.
School system.
Mhm.
Okay. So we in the school system.
Yeah,
Tell me.
we're at the
So,
school.
okay, so let's do this then. Kind of give a brief introduction to what the Aim High Mentoring Program is then. Like, where's it located? Things like that.
So we're in Sheffield City Schools. So if you have a child between first grade and eighth grade, they can either be recommended by their teacher, or you can let your teacher know if you want your child in it. Sometimes they can be recommended by their counselor or principal, or you can just contact us and we can get your kid in there. And then they go through an interview process. Then on the other side, we also interview mentors. Normally they're high school students. We have a few maybe college students or community members, but we have an interview and whole process with them. Then once they're both interviewed, we kind of play matchmaker and we match up a child with their mentor, and then they meet once a week at the school for 30 to 45 minutes. And usually the first 10 minutes they work on something academic wise, maybe read a book or something. And then the rest of the time they can hang out. We have little areas in the schools where they can play games or color or do crafts or really just whatever the match wants to do. If they just want to sit and talk, they can totally do that. It's really up to them and their mentor.
That's what's up. How did we even hear about this program? Like, how did the Rescue Me Project and you guys kind of connect?
So I've just been hearing about it for several years.
Mhm.
As we do our programs in the school, we kind of just see each other
Just
passing,
cross paths, I got
just hearing about the programs and
Mhm.
so on. So I'm like, I think it's wonderful because of course what we do, but at the same time, like I feel like kids can never get enough.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're able to like work together, because I'm sure some of our students have been with them, some of theirs probably have been with us, but
Yeah.
being able to work together and our missions are similar, yet a little different, but similar.
Mhm.
And it just gives an extra tool or extra avenue for the kids to be able to be reached
Mhm.
through the missions of each organization. So for me, that's kind of sort of how I've heard about it, just passing through and just hearing about it and hearing great things about it.
So, are you guys having, like, how you guys funded? Like, is it grant based? Is it community based? I mean, how does that work?
Yes, so we actually partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Shoals,
Okay.
but we are grant funded through Children's Trust Fund of Alabama. So their whole mission is to prevent child abuse,
Mhm.
and that's our shirts. But yeah, so that's another big goal of the program, is to teach the kids skills on, and the mentors on, like identifying their safe people and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So that's another big part of our program.
That's good.
Mhm.
I think sometimes we don't realize how much certain things are needed
Oh, absolutely.
until you go to school for it or you get exposed to it or you
Mhm.
specialize in it. Because it's like
Yes.
some of the stuff you guys have just said, I'm like, it's like it should have been like obvious, but it's not.
Oh, right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we always talk about having a safe place.
Mhm.
In every relationship,
Yes.
Mhm.
if you can't find a safe space in your relationships, then
Mhm.
it's probably not going to be a prosperous relationship.
Definitely.
You have to be able to be vulnerable with somebody.
Mhm.
And so having those relationships with your mentors, once you build trust,
Mhm.
they can be vulnerable with us, and then that's when you really can start to see the growth,
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Y'all keep
Absolutely.
doing what you're doing.
Mhm.
Keep doing what you're doing. You got something, my guy?
No, sir. I'm enjoying it.
So what, before I even go like just off this, what is the difference
Mhm.
between your mentoring program and the next? Like what sets you guys apart?
Mhm.
I think it's really cool because with us being in the school system and the high schoolers being their mentors, whether the mentor is a cheerleader or a football player, like they're able to go and see their mentor at these games. And a lot of the times that's why we match them. Like
Mhm.
a little kid wants to grow up and be a cheerleader, they're able to go on Friday night and see their mentor doing that thing. And I'm not sure that every program has that. So they get to actually see, who they could be when they get in high school,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
That's make perfect sense.
I think it's really awesome.
And so they're in the same school. The mentors is in the same. So Sheffield is all okay. That's nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that is a different twist.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I was in elementary, well, more so middle school, and we would go watch the football team. It was like, or the basketball games. Like, man, them kids are huge,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
athletic. I mean, they out there just killing the guy. I was like, man, I want to do that one day. So it would have been pretty cool to have a football player as a mentor.
Mhm.
It's so
Man.
cool to see them, like the high schoolers turn around and like point at their mentees.
Man,
Because
what?
they're like, oh my gosh, they think they're celebrities.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember, like I said, looking up to these guys, especially when I was in the 9th grade, some of these the senior football players.
Hmm.
And I finally became a senior, and then they came back around. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I was looking up to y'all.
Oh,
But now
yeah.
it's like, what happened? You all of a sudden, like, you grow.
Exactly.
And but it was still just awesome. Like, no matter what the statue is in size,
Mhm.
they made a great impact. You
Mhm.
know,
Absolutely.
so that's pretty cool. What are some of the main benefits for the children in your mentoring program?
I think mostly like what also probably sets us apart is our program's very personal based,
Mhm.
like interviews one-on-one with me or Kelsey. And then of course, like we really are intentional with the matchmaking process.
Yeah.
And again, like we set specific goals and we make sure the mentors know these goals for these mentees. So it's very personal. And so they're not just kind of thrown out there like, oh, let's work on social skills. Like, no, like this kid is struggling with this. So the mentor focuses on that. So I feel like they're really getting a lot out of the program. It's not just, oh, you're going to hang out with a little kid. Like you're making a difference in their life and they're going to come out more confident or going to have somebody that can look up to, have a positive role model, or maybe they'll come out and that next year they were struggling in a class, but now they, have an A or something like that. So having that personal experience, I think really helps the kids.
So it sounds like you guys are like more in depth with the initial process to make sure that on the back end
Mhm.
you have less friction. You know.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I like that.
Quick question.
Mhm.
So are the students always receptive to the services that you offer? Because I heard that the parents or the guardians can sign them up and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that the students are always on board.
Absolutely. We typically, a lot of the kids just want a mentor. We walk into the school and they kind of swarm us and then can I get a mentor? I really want a mentor. So most of them are super excited to be in the program. But there have been a couple that are just like, I'm not really interested. And we're not going to push them to be involved in anything that they might not want to be involved in. But we definitely want them to know that the opportunity is there
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Okay. Well, I like that because you're not always going to be able to be, the matchmaker from heaven, as they say.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times because some people just feel mentoring, it has a negative stigma.
Mhm.
to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times, even to this day, we try to show teenagers, young kids, and so on that even us as adults have mentors.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative
Yeah.
thing. This is like literally a cheat sheet to life.
Mhm.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And I don't think they realize that everybody's being mentored, whether they know it or not.
Yeah.
There's somebody that's influencing us from some angle, somewhere, whether we are doing it
Mhm.
consciously or subconsciously.
Mhm.
We are all being mentored or influenced, which is the same thing when you really break it down.
Yes.
Exactly.
So if we could like just take that negative stigma off of,
Mhm.
like, man, you got a mentor, so something must be wrong with you. Like, no, I'm just trying to go to another level.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Trying to level up, I'm trying to be better. I'm going after that growth.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
if we can spin it,
Mhm.
and push it in that narrative, we would probably have to turn kids away
Mhm.
because it's like, man, like you see what's happening over there at the Aim High program.
Mhm.
You see what's happening at the Rescue Me Project. It's like they would be knocking our doors down to get in if they really truly understood the benefits that comes with it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I like that. So what would be the main, if you had to narrow it down to one main thing, what would be the main benefit? The main benefit that most kids will walk away when they are in your program. What's that main thing?
I would say either self-esteem or social skills
Gotcha.
has been a big thing. A lot of the times kids are referred for not really knowing how to like interact with maybe their peers or their classmates, and getting to have that big kid come and spend
Mhm.
special one-on-one time, like that helps them out. And back to what you were saying about like everybody needing a mentor and stuff, I think it's cool that they go do fun things when they're, match or meeting with their match and stuff. But the kids don't always realize that that's when the mentor is sprinkling in those pieces of advice.
Mhm.
So they might be playing air hockey, but they're also talking about life and getting that advice. And that's just when the mentor is able to teach them the social skills and help them boost their self-esteem and all that cool
Yeah.
stuff.
That's awesome. I love it. I do. I mean, it's so needed, man. Even if kids have what we would consider a great home life,
Mhm.
you still need mentoring. You still need somebody,
Exactly.
outside of your home that's gonna pour
Mhm.
into you as well. So yeah, let's just make sure that people know where to find you at. So where do they find you guys at?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, and it's called, I think it's just the Aim High Mentoring or Sheffield Aim High Mentoring. You can definitely contact us on there, or our emails are through the school. You can call the school, but mainly to be referred to the program, the teachers typically do it, and we send paperwork home.
Mhm.
Or you could definitely just reach out to the teacher, to your child's teacher or the principal, counselor, anybody like that, and say, hey, I would like to refer my kid to this program. And then we'll send paperwork home and kind of give some flyers, information, all that good stuff.
So anyone can sign up for the program.
Any child in Sheffield City Schools, 1st through 8th grade,
Correct. Okay.
or
I
under
just
15.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I didn't know if y'all select like certain kids or whatever the case may be. So
Mhm.
that's cool. Now, so what's the process that you have for screening and training the mentors? Because I know you're just gonna let anybody come and mentor. Oh, he's a football player. Come on in.
No.
How does that work?
So we have one-on-one interviews. We actually spent like the last week of school just
Mhm.
interviewing high school students. We have a sign up, so whoever wants to sign up and they show up for interview time, we sit down and we have kind of a lengthy interview, but it's really just you want to get to know them.
Mhm.
And then we have just a lot of paperwork with that. But we make sure in the interview we kind of explain mandated reporter and signs of child abuse, things like that. If they get past the interview process, we give them a mentor handbook,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like our expectations, and then it goes deeper into all of the mandated reporter information, further information about child abuse prevention and just signs of child abuse. And
They also have to have 3 teacher references
Mm.
to be involved in the program. And if you're over the age of 18, you have to do the interview too, but you have to get a background check before
Mhm.
you can come into the school system. So like a college student. Or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Mhm.
So y'all not playing then. Y'all just
No.
we ain't playing with the kids, no.
No.
have you guys had any bad experiences with mentors? Like they fooled you on the front end and on the back end it was like they flipped the script, or
We have a problem sometimes with consistency, but
Mm.
again, most of them are involved in sports, and our mentors are typically very active in the school system
Mhm.
outside of our program. So we do try to explain to the mentees on the front hand when they're matched, hey, these are high school students. If they can't come for a week, or if they have a test or they're sick, they are 100% expected to reach out to us so that I can tell the teacher
Mhm.
that day, so that the kid's not like sitting there looking at the clock the whole day
Yeah.
waiting for 1:30 to come
Mhm.
around. So we try to help the kids understand that sometimes they just can't leave school, because the high schoolers are leaving during the school day.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Okay.
things happen. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said something about the word consistency.
Mhm.
So why is that important?
Those kids.
Oh, those kids.
We walk into the school and it's like, is my mentor here yet? Why have they not been here this week? And it's like Monday at 9:00, and the mentor comes on Thursday.
Yeah.
We're like, bud, you gotta wait. wait just a minute. Yes, so they 100% know exactly when their mentor is supposed to be there. They know what they had planned for that week and all that stuff. So it is truly a big deal to these little kids in the program.
Yeah. So so do you guys ever have sessions outside of school where the mentor shows, like you say, okay, you said something about they may show up to a football game or support them if they're doing, musical, whatever the case may be. So what are the boundaries and how do you guys monitor, sessions or, meetings outside of the school system?
So it's technically not allowed. They meet during the school day. We do every single month with both the mentor and the mentee. We have this thing called match support, and it's where we ask both the mentee and mentor a series of maybe like 10 questions, and it's basically kind of like a check-in. So with the mentees, it's typically, have you ever been to your mentor's car? And usually the answer needs to be no, because they're not allowed to go with their mentor anywhere, especially during the school day. But, we love when we see kids like at football games and they do get to see their mentor. We love those pictures and everything like that. But we do set a boundary at the beginning, like your mentor can't take you anywhere.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of like the strict boundary, especially since they're at school and they're usually meeting.
So when they do meet outside, then it's like a parent has taken them to the game to watch their mentor play. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So now it's more so like, hey, you're a fan. You just came to watch me play. We'll take a quick picture.
Yeah.
That's my, that's my little mentee. Love you. Dap. And then we go our separate ways.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We explained to them at the beginning too. I mean, we kind of live in a small area, so it's not inevitable that you're going to see your mentor at Walmart or something. And by all means, like, y'all have that relationship. You can go say, hey, but they can't be the one to take you to Walmart or Sky Zone or wherever.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be smart and you have to, cover your, yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So if the parents of the mentee and the parents of the mentors have, start building a relationship because of, the whole situation occurrence, are they allowed to be able to get together, anything like that outside of that, without it being a issue of liability for you all? Do that make sense?
Yes, we have had a family or a match that has grown really closely, but that's the awesome part about us being partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Shoals over in Florence. They have a hybrid program that we could move them into where they could, hang out outside and at school, or if we had a match that it would just be easier for them to go hang out. She was a college student, to hang out outside of school. We just transitioned them over into Big Brothers Big Sisters so that we just try to cover all bases, whatever would be best for that match.
Man, you so far away from the mic, man.
No, I was just agreeing, but I actually had the mic turned off then.
But
but it does make sense. And to me, that's the importance of working with other nonprofits and other organizations, because at the end of the day, it sounds like the common goal is the same. So if this works with the Big Brother Big Sister program, then we'll phase them over this because this works. And our main mission is that they're being reached.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why we, as the Rescue Me Project, try to partner with and expose other our families and kids to other nonprofits and so on. Because if not, what'll happen is you can burn your volunteers out, and your mentors out, and it can become overwhelming, and you have to learn how to balance that. So that's why it's important to be able to network and work with other organizations and so on. So I really like the way you put that, and the way that you all are working at. So that's good.
Yeah. Also, we realize too that we're limited to what we can do and how far we can stretch and how many lives we can touch. So it's like, hey, if we know somebody that's got a program that is designed for mental health, or another program that specializes in one-on-one mentoring, where we don't really do that as heavy as we did when we first started. So it's like we can always, hey, let me refer you over here. But I think the problem sometimes is we don't even know that these nonprofits are even out there.
Right.
So like it's important that we just continue to push, because what you guys are offering is needed.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Like we've been in Sheffield school system for maybe 3-4 years now, and I'm just not hearing about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so let's just let us know that the word of mouth, we have
Mhm.
just got to continue to push this
Mhm.
stuff and push it
For
so that
sure.
everybody
yeah.
that needs it,
Mhm.
can be touched by it.
And while we're on this subject, I want to let you know, extend to you from the Rescue Me Project that anytime we can be a benefit to
Mhm.
help you all assist in any kind of
Yeah.
way, let us know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Because we designed this place right here to be an attraction to the youth specifically, to really help build those relationships and so on. So if there's
Mhm.
some kind of way that we can help and we can make it work, let us
Mhm.
know. We'll be happy to do so.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't mind partnering with you guys.
Mhm.
How we can assist.
Mhm.
If we got the manpower, just let us know.
Yeah, yeah.
What age groups do y'all typically work with?
10 and up, usually. I know y'all, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is like when our mentees get to like junior high and stuff, it's kind of hard because, their mentors typically at that point have gone on and graduated and
Mhm.
sometimes they move off and stuff. So when it gets to the junior high level, it's hard to keep them in the program just to have somebody. So it would be cool to be able to like refer them to y'all. At that
Absolutely.
point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll be happy to take them.
Yeah, I think they will enjoy it here. I mean, we offer a lot,
Yeah.
Mhm.
different things for different people, so it's kind of like a buffet. You get to pick what you want to eat,
There you go.
Eat a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you can eat everything, so. But yeah, so once again, we're going to give you guys a chance to plug yourselves.
Okay.
Where can they find you guys at?
Again, you can follow us on Facebook
Mhm.
or you can email me personally. My email is kweaver@scs.k12.al.us. It's a really long.
Slow it down.
Trying to type that in every day is a struggle.
Yeah. You need a
But-
Bitly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can reach out to us, call the schools. They all have our extension, all that good stuff.
Okay, sweet. So how many students do you guys currently have in your program?
So last year we had, I want to say, our goal is 20 matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think throughout the course of the year it fluctuated between like 20 to 27, but we actually just interviewed 20 to, I think it was 20 to 22
Mhm.
mentors for next
Awesome.
school year. So we're looking at a pretty big program next year.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So what would be one of the reasons why the students sign up to be mentors for your program specifically?
I think this is another cool thing that sets us apart from other programs is with it being in Sheffield City Schools, a lot of our mentors were mentees.
Hmm.
So they got to get the benefits from this program and now they want to pour back into the like themselves, their little
Mhm.
selves. It's
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
cool.
I heard one of the somebody say that I needed me when I was
Yes.
younger.
Yes.
I needed
Yes.
me as in the
Mhm.
person that I am now, the mature person, the wise
Mhm.
person, the person that has went through all these battles. I needed me
Mhm.
That's good.
to help me
Yes.
when I was young, when I was, in elementary school,
Mhm.
middle school.
That's what a lot of the mentors say when we
Mhm.
interview them.
Yeah.
One of the questions is, "Well, why do you want to be a mentor?" Or why would you be a good mentor? And their their answer a lot of the times is, "I feel like I needed that.
Mhm.
I needed
Mhm.
I needed this when I was that age, so I want to give back to them."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And sometimes I think that some of these kids, they don't really understand what they're getting when the
Mhm.
parent is kind of making them come to
Yeah.
like a mentoring program or to have a mentee. They don't really understand what they're getting and what they're being exposed to,
Mhm.
because financial literacy, when I was growing up,
Yeah.
nobody taught us about that.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Nobody was in the room teaching us, about credit.
Oh,
Nobody,
absolutely
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely
No.
not.
so imagine if you being taught that as a young teen.
Mhm.
You're being taught about, balance sheets and
Mhm.
how to budget, how to form an LLC,
Mhm.
and then you switch over, you got cooking classes,
Yeah.
you got somebody teaching you how to cut hair.
Mhm.
Like cutting hair, like using your hands,
Mhm.
that skill will never it would never die out.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Somebody's always gonna need their haircut.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, so like I said, like I know that I would tell some of the kids doing group discussions, I was like, look, if I had somebody teaching me what you're being taught, I'll probably be 10 years ahead.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
So like y'all need to take this in, you know, because what you're getting, the average kid is not getting.
No.
But that goes to say though, like I said, when you're forced or you're used to it, you know,
Mhm.
it becomes normal.
Mhm.
And when something becomes normal, you lose the appreciation for it.
Mhm.
You devalue it, even though the value hasn't went down.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Sure.
Mhm.
So, but anyways, I don't know how we got to talking about that. Sometimes stuff just happens. You know, this is the elevated chat room. So how can parents
Mhm.
enroll their children in you guys' mentoring program? You probably already covered it, but I don't think I officially asked you that.
No worries. Yeah, so the teachers typically refer them to us, or the teacher. We have a student needs assessment form.
Okay.
So a couple weeks into the school year, if a teacher's like, this kid could probably benefit from your program, all they have to do is fill out the student needs assessment. We take that information and we make a folder, send it home to the parent, and it has a flyer about, you know, what our program is, explain, you know, all of it's free, all that good stuff. And then they'll fill all the information out, send it home, and then we just interview the kid from there.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's pretty simple process
Yeah.
then.
Mhm.
So do you guys ever have to turn kids away?
There are some situations.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't ever want to put a high school mentor, especially in a position where they're uncomfortable with a child. Maybe if the child has really intense discipline problems, like we don't ever want a mentor to feel unsafe.
Mhm.
So like this past year we had a child who had a lot of discipline problems and he could have benefited from a mentor. And we really wanted a adult
Mhm.
male for him,
Mhm.
but we just didn't have anyone. So he's kind of just chilling on our wait list right now. So it's kind of hard when you're like, okay, I really need a male adult, but we don't have one yet. They kind of just have to
Yeah.
wait until maybe we find one.
We do have a wait list, like she said, and we do try to be very specific and intentional when we match people.
Mhm.
So again, like that situation where I don't ever want to just match someone for the sake of matching them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're going to wait until it's that perfect person, and preferably for in that situation, it was going to be maybe a college age or older person. And that's something we struggle with finding.
Mhm.
And again, I think it's just a word of mouth thing, and it's going to take some recruitment.
Mhm.
But again, we just don't want to put somebody with somebody else for the sake of,
Just matching.
just a
Mhm.
number for a match or
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
I think males are always needed as
Yeah.
Mm.
mentors,
Yeah.
just like they're needed in their own homes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I was actually going to ask that question. So, do you usually run into more females mentors versus the males?
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I would also say that going back to consistency, we typically have more problems with the male mentors coming, but they're also always involved in football, baseball, basketball, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
all the sports. So they are very, very busy. So we understand.
Mhm.
And it's sad to a point because even when it comes to mentoring outside of the school,
Mhm.
you run into the same situation somewhat. And it's not so much of like a lot of males not wanting to,
Mhm.
but most males are busy being that good model, taking
Oh,
care of
yeah.
their family,
Mhm.
they're working and so on. So like
Mhm.
trying to balance that.
Yeah.
And then depending on so you run into a lot of that. So it's
Mhm.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and people's lives are in different stages.
Yeah.
When we first started, you know, I didn't have any kids.
Mhm.
You know, now I got a 9-year-old
Yeah.
and a 7-year-old,
Oh.
and they play sports year round.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
So my time to where, thank God though, that program has been built up. We have,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of help because at one
Yeah.
point it was like,
Yes, sir.
if you know what I'm saying, if I ain't showing up, you know what I'm saying. When we was pretty much remodeling the building, Dwayne lived here. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like renovating. Like I would come when I could come, and every time I came, he was pretty much here eating lunch here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we tearing ceilings down, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
But I had time on my hands,
Mhm.
and God blessed us at the right time because it was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So the world was shut down, but we
Yeah.
was in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we was in here. Getting
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
So now, like, I don't have as much free time,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I come when I can,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's okay now because
Yeah.
we've grown.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
And it's important for the males too. Like, I
Mhm.
can't be giving all of this leadership and sewing and pointing to this kid here and not doing it to my
yes,
own.
sir.
Oh,
Right.
You know,
Yes,
so
Yeah.
it's yeah. But he do a great job of balancing it though. Let me
Man.
yeah, he do a great job of balancing it
I
though.
appreciate that, but yeah, it's different though, and you really have to find out what's important to you. You know, like if I'm always teaching these kids here, family,
Mhm.
family, but yet, like he said, I'm sacrificing my own family to the point to where I'm not being able to pour into them.
Mhm.
Right.
Then I'm not a man of my words,
We don't even
You know.
want volunteers like that. To
right?
be honest.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you're not dealing with your own kids, take care of your own kids.
Right.
No.
That's
No.
a telltale sign.
No,
Yeah.
we don't. Yeah, but
See-
we get it though. And I will say too, yes, when it comes to volunteering and so on, there has to be a little bit of a sacrifice.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
for
I think
sure.
we got a clear understanding of what we're trying to say right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll even tell volunteers like, look, like if you can come once a month,
Mm-hmm.
then be consistent at that.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, if you say you can come 4 or 5 times a month, then we're gonna hold you accountable to that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But whatever you say, we're not gonna put this extra pressure on you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, because you know what I'm saying, we are in need. You're coming to help us help these kids. So why would we
Mhm.
disrespect you, and why would we, you know what I'm saying, mistreat you? It's like,
Mhm.
no, like you're valuable. You're highly valuable. We
Oh,
need you.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
So but yeah. Y'all have anything else y'all wanted to share?
You got anything?
I just remembered I actually, when I was at UNA, I was involved with the Baptist Campus Ministries, and I helped renovate.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. earlier.
Right when that happened, I went, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, wait. Like, I remember going in the gym
Yes.
and painting
Yes,
for
ma'am.
hours, ripping up stuff,
Yes.
and all of like the trim on the windows. I had
Yep.
a tiny little
Yes.
brush. I was on a ladder just painting. Like,
Yep.
I was here from the very beginning,
Absolutely.
like doing when there was no plumbing in here.
Yes.
You would get us pizza or
Yeah.
like donuts, and we would all just go in the kitchen that wasn't even a kitchen.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's changed.
like
It's
that was
transformed.
way back.
That was what is that Matt?
2020. It had
It
to
was-
be like
I think
2020.
it was 2020.
It was 2020. That's when we was.
Because that was like the
that's when we
beginning
Yes.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Is it Matt?
Matt
Matt-
Daniels,
yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Every
Yeah.
Saturday morning we came like at 8:00, and like
Yes.
I'm not an early riser, y'all,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I was like, you know what? The Rescue Me, they're gonna do big things,
Yeah.
so like I want to be a part of that.
It was a community
Mhm.
Yes.
effort. I mean, it was amazing. The people that would show up, the
Uh-huh.
churches, the organizations,
Yeah.
the family, the
Mhm.
friends, just coming in, just lending a hand, man.
Yeah, we're so grateful for them because I'm telling you, I think you all bought our first basketball goals too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Aw.
So-
It's just so cool now coming here, and like it is a completely different world here, but
Yeah.
like it's amazing. It's so
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't think y'all realize like how much of a help that was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about it now. For the most part, it was the core team,
Mm-hmm.
the 3 to 4 of us,
Mhm.
mostly probably just 3 of us that was painting, like doing all that labor.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And then I remember when Dwayne's like, man, I got these churches coming.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I would come in and y'all be in painting the whole room
Yeah.
Yeah.
in like 2 or 3 hours when it takes us 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
So y'all like
Huge.
sped up time for us.
Mhm.
Y'all enabled us to be able to get to that grand opening
Mhm.
Huge.
at I mean, so like, thank you. like,
Yeah.
like I truly enjoy doing everything that the Rescue Me Project is involved in
Mhm.
because it adds to your fulfillment in life.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a
Yeah.
quote that says, if you're not helping other people's lives be better, then you're wasting your time.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
we're able to bless other people and make their lives better, whether it's on like a highly significant level or just,
Mhm.
you know, a low level.
Yeah.
But it's you're still encouraging. You're
Mhm.
still, you know, sowing seeds. You're still changing lives. So have you guys experienced like a success story that just stands out above the rest?
Oh man, there's so many.
Well, share.
I think I think that doing match support, which is, when we go every month and ask the questions and
Yeah.
stuff,
Mhm.
we do that with parents sometimes too. And we've had a lot of parents tell us, it's so much easier to get my kid up and at school the day that their mentor is supposed to be
Wow.
there.
Mhm.
Like they know they know that that's the day that their mentor is coming,
Mhm.
and they're like actually eager to be at school that
Mhm.
day. And I actually had a little girl tell me towards the end of the school year, she's had a rough past couple years.
Mhm.
But she told me that every single Friday she is the first person up in her house. She is ready to go.
Wow.
And she is like so pumped every single Friday because she knows that she gets to hang out with her
Mhm.
person.
Yeah.
And I think that just warms my heart to know that they care that much
Mhm.
and that they have that relationship with somebody
Mhm.
that they may not have even known existed a year ago.
Awesome.
But
Mhm.
Awesome.
Mhm.
You got one, Molly Kaylee?
I'm thinking of this one little girl. She is the shyest thing, and her mentor's a little bit shy too, but they connect on a level you wouldn't even understand. And
yes.
when you get her talking about her mentor and what they get to do, it is like a completely different child.
Mhm.
Like normally in the hallway, she's like hi, like doesn't say anything. But when she's with her mentor, or when you get to talking about her mentor with her, she's so talkative. It's like a whole nother different person.
Mhm.
It's so sweet.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So y'all making an impact.
We're trying our
Yeah.
best.
Yeah. Well, keep trying. Keep doing.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't trying. Y'all doing. Y'all doing. I like that. You got something, Dwayne?
I did. I have one question.
Mhm.
I heard you all say how you got started,
Mhm.
but usually behind every mentor, there's something that caused them to want to go into the field that they're in.
Mhm.
There's something.
Mhm.
What is that something for each one of you?
I have never known what I wanted to ever do in my life. Like, never knew what degree I wanted to do. Like, didn't know where I was going to go to college. But I knew I wanted to work with people and help people.
Mhm.
And kind of in college, I was like, okay, I feel like I could work with kids. And I mean, it's just simple as like, I just want to make a difference. And I love talking to people. I love meeting new people. And if I can have even the smallest impact on somebody, especially a child, I'm all for that. And I'm all I don't know the term, but I'm Mollian, I guess. I just want to have an impact on people's lives. And my parents are both teachers. I've always been in the school system, always been involved. So I feel like this is a great start for me, especially working with like school-aged kids.
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I would definitely say the same. I also grew up in church, so having or knowing that helping other people, it's, I guess, my mission. I don't know,
Mhm.
but I just feel like that's what I was put on this earth to do,
Mhm.
is serve other people and help them however I can. And again, I was a mentor in college or in high school through college, so it just felt right
Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm.
doing stuff like this and helping other people however I can.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. I like that.
Y'all have any closing remarks or anything like that before we go?
No.
Got anything else?
Boy, no, y'all came in, you did your thing. We appreciate you guys stopping through with us tonight, and I truly enjoyed the interviewing you guys.
Good time.
So yeah, don't be strangers now.
Definitely
never.
Don't be strangers now.
I'm knocking on y'all's door.
We'll open it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Elevated Chat Room. Till next time, elevate your mind, elevate your life. Peace.
We out.